Hey there, welcome to EV Life New Hampshire, a new YouTube channel that's going to talk about the everyday life and experiences of driving, charging, and road tripping in EV. I'm an EV driver and have been for a while, and I know there's a lot of people out there, myself included, that when they were looking at EVs and trying to make that decision, felt overwhelmed, confused, unsure about what information was right and what information was important. And so that's why I'm creating this channel, so that I can share what I've learned with people who have questions, whether you're a new owner or you're somebody who's just EV curious. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. My name is Jessica, and off to my left is Jasper the EV Bear. And if you do follow this channel, what you're going to see is information on charging tips. We're going to talk about how to optimize your charging, whether it's at home or on the road. We're going to talk about road trip planning, how different it is to plan a road trip when you're using an EV versus just hopping in your gas car and heading on down the road. We're going to break down the costs, whether it's the daily driving expenses of just commuting back and forth to work, to your job, or going on that long road trip. We'll take a look at the costs of fast charging on public chargers versus the costs of charging at home and see how those both break down compared to a gas-powered vehicle. And we're going to talk about things like the good parts of owning an EV, the bad parts, and even some funny experiences that we have along the way. So why did I choose a channel and call it EV Life New Hampshire? Well, New Hampshire is a unique place to live and drive. We have mountains, and just a couple hours away, you have the seacoast. You can go from being up in the snow to on the beach in just a couple of hours. We have a lot of back roads and long distances between chargers in some areas of the state. It's a beautiful state to travel in. There's a lot of fun activities to do that we're going to document along the way and share in addition to all of our EV information. And if an EV can thrive here in New Hampshire with all of the challenges we face, whether it's finding a charger or figuring out your range loss in the winter when it gets really cold, it can thrive anywhere if it can thrive here in New Hampshire. So we're going to show how it's done from day to day, daily commuting to long distance trip planning. I have a future 3-week trip planned. We're going to cross the country, going from the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean, visiting 9 national parks along the way. So hopefully you'll stay tuned and you'll see some of the highlights of that trip, and we'll talk about the challenges, the planning, and all the fun stuff that happens along the way. So if you're EV curious, or you're just skeptical about EVs, or maybe you're just an owner looking for some new tips, remember to hit like and subscribe. Drop us a comment telling us where you're watching from and what questions you'd like us to answer. And I'm looking forward to building out this channel, making a lot of fun videos, and getting better at the whole process with your input and answering the questions you have, so we can all learn together along the way. So I look forward to seeing you out on the open road and at the chargers. So let's all hit the road and get to know our EVs.